And welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video, and again we're talking about Assassin's Creed. This time though we're talking about all of the assassins, and there's a reason why I wanted to bring this up. The newest trailer just came out, both gameplay and just announcement trailer, for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And it made me realize something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that is, why are all these assassins such jaunty, happy fellows? Especially when you look at what the original artwork is for each one, they come across as like these kick-ass sort of bounty hunter, evil, tough guys. And having played Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, I always thought it was interesting in the rule book for Dungeons and Dragons, if you're going to play an assassin, the requirement was that you have to be of an evil persuasion, an evil alignment, because it was just understood that assassins killing people for money is a negative or evil thing. Now, I'm not going to declare that the Assassin's Creed games are trying to recommend people do evil acts. I'm not saying that at all. I love the series, as you can tell, from both my tour of Boston and just the review of the hoodie. I love Assassin's Creed. But what I always thought was weird is, how come in the opening, the first time you ever see the artwork for the assassin, it looks like, oh, here's a real tough as nails, evil, mean sort of kick-ass guy. And then you play the game and they're all such happy-go-lucky fellas. So I wanted to show some evidence that proved what I was talking about. So for me, here's where the whole tone started to become more obvious. The fact that the assassins are these good guys, or sort of more heroic, positive characters than the artwork makes them appear to be. We begin with Ezio in Assassin's Creed 2 because he was the first time we kind of saw a kind of Italian stallion lover, Lothario type, swaggering, confident guy. Bad things happen to him, don't get me wrong. His family doesn't end up very well in the game. But I just thought it was strange. Here is somebody that I thought, looking at this image, this is a mean sort of go-getter. And then, well, let me show you a clip. He's actually just a nice guy.
Salute, Rosa. You seem to be healing well.
How are you finding Venezia?
It has its charms. But how do you deal with this smell? Que schifo.
So, what brings you to me?
I was hoping you could help me with something.
And that would be...
I want to learn to climb the way you do.
Oh.
Rosa is most dear to me. If I had lost her...
I've always had a soft spot for women in distress.
So I've heard.
So yeah, there we go. There's Ezio doing his thing. And that was fine. That was sort of a change of the pace, a new kind of style of character. So I can understand why they went there. But then we saw our first image for Assassin's Creed 3. And I thought, oh yeah, now we're talking. All right, this guy's in colonial America, a time of a lot of conflict. And just look at him. He looks like a serious badass. He's going to kick some rear end here. This is great. And then when I heard more details about, Connor is this illegitimate son of an English traveler and a Native American woman, that, okay, he's got sort of a bone to pick as well. He's got character. He's got interesting motivation behind him. He's in colonial America during the big war. So it's like, okay, finally we're going to get some serious, interesting, dark kind of character, like a real Boba Fett, if you will. And then...
Norris, what are you doing?
She said yes!
Married?
We are getting married!
I told you not to touch him, Norris.
Is it true?
Yes!
So now that you've been told, might I have a word? We have much work to do. Of course, what would you have me do? Accompany me to the inn. I have business there.
Again, he's a nice guy.
Norris is a stickler when it comes to tradition.
I mean, he gives away the bride, and that's very nice. That's a nice moment for the character, but hardly that tough as nails guy we saw in the opening bit.
You may kiss your bride.
So then we got Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Pirates! Ah, all right, now we're getting there. Now we're going to have some, exciting kind of characters. And look at this guy, Edward Kenway. He's going to kick some butt, I'm sure of it.
Jesus, Andy, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward.
They want to be
And
friends?
I've come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable cause.
For years I've been rushing around taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run.
I mean, I guess they're going for the reluctant hero vibe with Edward Kenway, but I thought it was such a missed opportunity. But then they did another one. Then it was time for Assassin's Creed Unity, and despite all the problems technically and all that other kind of stuff, just the character himself was even further into... I thought we were back in Ezio territory. We're back with the Lothario hitting on the lady. In fact, let me show you a clip.
You seem to have caused quite a commotion.
And what can I say? You were always a bad influence.
Oh, you were a worse one.
And again, I got nothing wrong with the love scenes or the romance. But
Are you wearing one of my father's suits?
Are you wearing a dress?
Don't even start. I feel like a mummy wrapped up in this thing.
Must be quite an occasion to get you so fancy.
It's not like that.
he looked tougher in the
Truth be told,
picture.
It's a lot of ceremony and pontification.
I will confess, I skipped one there. Assassin's Creed Liberation. I don't have a Vita, so I haven't played the original handheld. I know it also came out in a high-definition remix for the PS3. I haven't actually played it, so I cannot comment to it. But from the clips that I've seen, I'm not getting much of a difference in the perspective here. I'm thinking by this point, Ubisoft have decided all of our assassins are going to be these reluctant, heroic, personable, nice guys and ladies.
It's reckless. It's clever. The Blighters control every criminal enterprise in the city. If they work for us...
Yes, but they work for the Templars.
I thought they paid off by the Templars. Slight difference.
You.
You found them?
The Blighters are operating out of the rookery. Bloody Nora will be there.
Good work, Clara. Tremendous work. Jacob, can't talk now, Henry. Duty calls. To your health.
Here we go again.
Apologies, Mr. Green.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I've been to London a few times myself, and if I enjoy this game, I might actually get up a black hoodie, and maybe you'll see a video of me in London, like you did with Boston. But we're not there yet. I don't understand. Once again, we have a jaunty, semi-heroic character, and I really don't understand why they went with that. In conclusion, I'm not quite sure why the difference in what you see for the promotional material and what the actual assassin's character is are so widely different. Again, it seems to me the kind of a game series where you could get a great kind of a sort of Clint Eastwood Wild West hero or a Boba Fett type guy that I've mentioned before. And instead, all we ever end up getting are these somewhat cheery or reluctant heroic characters. Maybe though, I guess if I'm a game developer, I don't want to cause any controversy by having the main character of my entire series of these games being criminal. And so maybe Ubisoft have decided what we want to do is have these characters that look like they're tough guys, but then when you play them, you discover they've got a heart of gold or something like that. I don't know. Still, I'm looking forward to Syndicate. Now, you're probably noticing I forgot to mention one of the assassins. That's true. Altair is in a different category, and I've got... His story is kind of... It's got a lot of pluses and a lot of minuses, and I think Altair, for me, deserves his own video. I'm going to talk about him separately another time. But there we go. Yeah, please let me know that I'm wrong down in the comments. I mean, this isn't to bash the Assassin's Creed franchise or anything like that. I love it, as you can tell. But I've never really understood, why do they have somewhat heroic, pleasant characters as the main protagonist in a game that's all about climbing rooftops and killing people? Why aren't they more kind of tough guys or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, leave comments below if you want, and I look forward to more of my Assassin's Creed videos. Until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.